welcome here. My name is Renee, and I have been thinking over the past week or so about books and what I'm going to be reading in the next little bit. I like to do this every so often, just look forward at what I'm going to be reading, what I want to read, because I read for a few different things. I read with different people, and I, one, want to make sure that I have the books that I need for the things I want to read, and two, I don't want to be rushed. I want to make sure that I have enough time to read these things slowly, to enjoy them, and to read them well. And so taking a little peek at what is coming up is very helpful. I also enjoy looking at the books I'm going to read. It gets me excited to read them, adds a little suspense, and keeps me on track, helps me read the things that I want to read at the times that I want to read them. I like to read a little seasonally sometimes. You want to get in a Victorian Gothic novel in the fall, and you want to get in something Christmassy in December. And often time sneaks up on you. So I like to look forward, plan it out a bit to enhance my reading experience. I have a couple book clubs that I'm reading for and just some personal goals. I read every book the podcast does. So I just like to take all these different streams and put them together in one place so I can see what's coming up. So that's what this video is. I hope you enjoy it. I would love to know what you are going to be reading in the near future. I'd love to know if you're going to read any of these books that I'm going to read. Please let me know. And like, subscribe. There's a bunch of links in the description for ways you can support me. Thanks for being here. Enjoy the video. Okay, for my first in real life book club, I have a couple books coming up for the next couple months. The first one is Robinson Crusoe. I have never read this, but I've had this copy for a very long time. Oh, it has pictures in it. That's nice. Well, that picture's a little intense, but... and then, after that one, the next one in that book club is The Hunchback of Notre Dame, another classic I have never read. I'm very keen to get to this. The cover of this is also fun. I love that green color. And then underneath, it's just blue cloth. I love a nice book. Boop. So those two are kind of like the fun, light little ones that I can look forward to. Okay, my other in-person book club. I'm part of a book club that is reading church history. And the next couple months in this book club are going to consist of reading stuff by St. Justin Martyr. So we have dialogues with Trypho, and as well as his first and second apology of Justin Martyr. That'll be 1 month, November specifically. And then December in that book club is going to be Irenaeus's demonstration of the apostolic preaching. These are books I know absolutely nothing about, which is kind of the reason I joined this book club, because I've never read really anything at all in this realm. Those. Okay, so that is my in-person book club material. Oh, okay. Oh, then if you saw my previous video, you will know that I'm working my way through some Beowulf lectures. Now, I read this, I looked back and I read it in August. It's taken me a long time to get to these lectures, but I want to finish them. So I may reread this. I may reread parts of it. It's pretty quick to read, but I'm for sure going to listen to the lectures and take copious notes over the next couple months, probably hopefully month. The lecture series is by the House of Humane Letters. Angelina Stanford is the one giving the talks, and she is that's the same woman from the podcast that I always listen to called The Literary Life, but this is one of the classes that you can purchase on their website. So very keen to finish that. Next is a Literary Life podcast. I read everything they do. Okay, they're currently redoing Dracula, and normally I do all the rereads too, but I read it last year for the first time and listened to the series. So I am re-listening to the podcast series, but I'm not rereading Dracula right now. Anyway, the next couple for the Literary Life podcast, I will be reading, and I think starting next month, maybe in a week or two, we have Brave New World by Aldous Huxley. I read this in high school, maybe, just not for high school, but around that time. And I remember finding it really interesting, but I'm keen to reread it. And there's some beautiful, eerie illustrations in this copy. So I'm going to start that probably within the next couple days. And also, Literary Life podcast in December, we are reading Don Juan from Molière. Yeah, it's not this whole book, but it's just one play from this book. The only other Molière play I've read is Tartuffe, which I also read with a podcast. It's things like this that I wouldn't normally pick up, random old French plays, or that would maybe be hard to read on my own because I don't have very much context for them. But Tartuffe was really funny and not difficult to read at all. So I'm hoping that Don Juan is also a delightful experience. Okay, those are most of the books that I have to read by a certain time, or for like in-person meetings scheduled. So those are the priority. And then in addition to that, I still have not finished, it hasn't been a long time, but I still haven't finished the pile of books I set aside for moving. I'll put the video in of me selecting them. There was quite a few. I forget how many now, 15 maybe? And I have only 4. Ooh. Yikes, only 4 left from that original pile. And I've gone back and forth over whether or not I want to keep reading from this pile. But I figured why not? They're books I want to read. And even though I have other ones in between these now, this isn't the only stack I'm pulling from. I still want to complete these. I still want to complete them because I took them off the shelf. And it just feels right. So I'm actually already in the middle of The Problem of Pain by C.S. Lewis, about 50 pages in, and it's only 140 pages. So this will be quick, and then I'll be finished with this one. But you do kind of have to pay attention closely and follow his arguments, or you will get lost and confused. But so far, enjoying this. This is the only book, besides the Bible, that I'm in the middle of right now. So I got to start another one. I think the next one will be Brave New World that I open, but it seems so strange to only have one book on the go. Okay, the 3 I have left in my pile are Planet Narnia, The 7 Heavens in the Imagination of C.S. Lewis by Michael Ward. This is something I've been wanting to read for a long time. Looks like I read the first 40 pages at one point. I will probably restart, but pretty chunky. Then I have The Forge of Christendom, The End of Days, and The Epic Rise of the West by Tom Holland. History. And then I also have Bonhoeffer's Letters and Papers from Prison. And I actually have started this one as well recently. I've read like the introduction. So I've dabbled, but we will get into that. So if I'm not reading my scheduled books, or if I have some time in between, like I don't usually start my next book club book until after we had the meeting, you know, unless I don't think I'll have enough time. So then even though I have a lot of books to read coming up, there's usually some gaps in between my schedule, and I will fill it with these. Now, we have one more little area to talk about, and I don't think I took it off my shelf. Where is it? It very soon, here it is, will be Christmas. Okay, 2 months, but I've been planning. I did a little Halloween moment for a second, but I've kind of skipped over Halloween this year, and I'm just starting to think about Christmas already. I love preparing. I've already made my fruitcake. I'm feeding it every week. So I've been thinking about Christmas. I think I'm just excited about it. I also like, as part of my Christmas preparations, I like to think about Christmassy things to read. And I have quite a stack here for the end of the year. But I found Tolkien's Letters from Father Christmas in a thrift store this year. And I've been wanting to read this for a while, but just had not taken the plunge to buy it new. But I found it used, so that was extremely thrilling. So I'm for sure gonna read these this Christmas. I may read just like one letter a day leading up to Christmas. That could be fun. So I'm gonna read this. I think also during Advent, I'm gonna collect together a bunch of poetry and read like a Christmas or an Advent poem every day on top of my other reading. I don't have a ton of other Christmas things. I have a bit of Dickens Christmas stuff, Christmas Carol, and some other Christmas books, which maybe I'll reach for if I am looking for something, if I somehow finish all of this. But this, I think, will be my Christmas book of the year. And that should wrap me up nicely. Usually, I don't know. I never think of myself as having such a strict list of books to read. I feel like I always just pick the book I want to read next, but I guess I've been tricking myself because I have quite the schedule. But I am very much looking forward to reading all these books. Let me know if you've read any of them, what you thought, if you're going to read any of them, if you want to read them with me, that would be fun. Let me know. But that, I think, sums it up for me. That does it for me. I hope that you are having a really lovely day. I hope your day shines as bright as my lemon. You can't see it, but a little treat for those who stayed to the end. Another lemon. Okay. I will talk to you very soon. Please like, please subscribe. Mwah.